Hello and welcome back to the Bravo stream. Myself, Rel, and my brother Momo, who is competing at this tournament, will be guiding you through the remaining games of this best-of-5 series between Inferno and Epsilon. Great first game that we saw there between them. Fairly close, or do you think it was pretty easy for Epsilon?
It was close. They were always that kind of one step ahead, but there were threats of Inferno coming back, definitely with a few kill streaks in there. Frito actually playing really well. A few people have said he may be the weakest link in Inferno, but he proved himself as against one of the best European teams that he can hold his own.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not sure what you guys can see at home. We're looking at a blue screen, so I don't know if it's different at home. But
hopefully you can see.
Hopefully you can see us.
Rel's beautiful face.
Hopefully you're able to see us, but yeah, we can just see a blue screen at the moment. But nevertheless, let's go straight into this meltdown search and destroy between Epsilon and Inferno. There we go. We're back on. We can see ourselves.
We're back
on. So it's going to be in. We want to watch the attacking team every single time.
Let's go on board with Jerd.
Jerd.
Let's just have a look at him.
Jerd, the man, the myth, the legend, does what he wants. The most overused phrase ever, but it is one that I quite like.
Most applicable one to Jerd, I like to say.
And let's see what he can do. So it's actually going to be Shane who is playing objective on Search and Destroy, if you can call it that, by carrying the bomb. Nice little dolphin dive there.
Typical Shane.
Typical Shane, having a bit of fun. The trophy systems, very standard play so far going out. This is very routine from Epsilon.
Yeah, it's a very routine B push. They're all kind of staying together. As you can see in the bottom minimap, there is one player offset. I'm going to imagine that is probably Swanee. Yeah, it is Swanee.
Every time he does this.
Yeah, but he's actually letting a few people sneak past him, I believe, here. I think it might be Gunshi watching the back. Yep, Gunshi, once again, he's picked up a kill. There is one more. He's going to help. This is where comms come in. He's going to call it out to Swanee. Swanee's going to pick up the kill. Perfect play by Epsilon.
And this is something I've noticed by Swanee quite a bit. He really does separate himself from the group, sometimes even on the attack, and just watch behind him, just hoping that someone will run around the back. I don't know if you agree with that style of play. What are your thoughts on that?
Swanee's, he can hold his own against absolutely any player in the
It must
world.
be frustrating.
Yeah, it is very frustrating. Sometimes it's one of those things at Swanee. I wouldn't say he's a predictable player, but you may know where he is, and he will still kill you. Yeah. It is the most frustrating thing in a game as an objective player. But clean sweep there for Epsilon, very well played, and good teamwork, I'd say, on that round.
And with the attacks and defends on Meltdown, what's your opinion on this? Is it one-sided?
It's one of those things, both bombs work. You may have seen in past tournaments, B was predominantly the better option to go to. It was kind of the one that most teams use to attack on. But if you can control that middle point, if the team is inside that point, you can control it from, there's only 3 entrances. You've got 4 players. If you can get that bomb down, you can pretty much cut everything off, but it's hard enough to actually get in there.
I suppose the A push, it's more the element of surprise that benefits you more than anything, because like most search and destroy maps, this one in particular, you're generally going to see people pushing for B.
That's right, yeah. There's always going to be something going on at B. You'd very rarely see, 4v4 at A. Someone has to go and defend B, but people actually take that into their advantage and think, there's going to be someone defending B. Let's chuck all 4 players at A. Let's see what we can do. Let's disrupt the piece. Interesting gun choice by Frito.
Yeah, choosing not to have the reflex or the red dot sight now, whatever you want to refer it to. But James does pick up 2 kills there, brings it to 2 versus 2. Not long left on the clock. It is now James all on his own. He does know where Shane is, but with time running out, he's either going to get both kills or go for this plant.
It's actually only one versus 1.
Oh, it
now.
is,
Shane is just lingering around. He's on a 2-kill streak, so he may not want to actually commit to this too much. But the bomb's gone down. He's acting very quickly. He knows where he is. This is going to be a one-on-one. Shane takes him out. That is perfect play. And that is exactly what you want to be doing. Did you see the use of his Scorpion there? He didn't even aim in with the thing.
No, and you know what? That's got to be really frustrating for James there, because James did actually connect his bullets first. Shane just kind of weaved in and out, around that piping. Absolutely, and with that Scorpion, it is devastating close range. The fire rate on it is insane. You're going to see it in the replay now. As you can see, he does sustain some damage here first.
The pure fire rate.
James needed to reload. That was the problem.
Yeah, indeed. Shane not only gets the kill, but he gets the defuse. He's on for a Hellstorm and Lightning Strike with just a few more kills or points to his name. But we're going to jump on board with Epsilon. Let's see who we can. Let's go on with Shane. Let's see what he can do. He's very close to his streaks. He's using Flak Jacket, Dead Silence, and Dexterity, so he's not going for the rush. We know that. There's no lightweight or extreme conditioning there. He's going to play it safe. He's going to use his RC car, it looks like here.
Yeah, and I'm just going to point this out once again. I mean, if you're going to play against Epsilon on this map, write this down. Swanee will be here. He's going there every time, and he does it routinely. And again, I mean, Epsilon, one of these teams that they kind of follow the same strategy, the person to be. It works for them, even though the other team are expecting it. They, just due to the raw skill within the Epsilon lineup, they do pull it off still.
Yeah. Now, at this point, Swanee's actually not seen anyone. He's still watching that gate. If it was myself, I maybe question it. It looks like he's acting and doing exactly what I kind of said. He's actually moving. He's thinking, something might be going on here. But it looks like Shane's completely rotated. He's going to go in with Swanee here. There is still people at B. He's going for a 2-2 split here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see what's going on here. And who is still at that bomb site? It's Jerd. So Jerd's literally a distraction. All 4 Inferno players are at B, and they've just planted the bomb at A.
That's incredible. However, 4 versus 2, this is going to be really hard for Shane and Swanee to do it. But if there's 2 people you want together, it is Shane and Swanee.
I love the way as well they just kind of left Jerd at B. They were like, Jerd, you can handle these guys, surely. One of Shane's strategies was actually, when we're playing hardpoint, we just throw Jerd in there and see what happens.
That is massive. Shane's not only picked up his kill streak, he's basically made the other team kill his teammate. And it's a 1 versus 2 now. He's looking at him. He's going to take one out. He's seen the other one. He must have seen him. He has. And Swanee's actually... Is he on it? He has done it.
Swanee, very nice play. As you were saying there, yeah, I was getting caught up in the moment, but the way that they play that, I wouldn't say he intentionally forced the other team to kill his teammate. If you did that, you would be a miracle worker.
Oh, of
but
course.
He kind of just lined things up nicely to get in a better position, I suppose.
He was having a bit of a 1 versus 2, but those 2 players weren't in the greatest positions. Swanee, the way he did that, he ran away. He made the player think that he was actually going mid-map and running away. Donnie went straight for the defuse.
Yep.
Swanee outsmarted him.
I am going to switch over. I just wanted to check. Yeah, it is Shane who does have full streaks as well, so bear that in mind, guys. Who do you want to watch on Inferno here, Phil?
Let's see the person who's at the front, and it is Donnie. He's got the bomb.
Donnie.
He's got cold-blooded, lightweight, extreme condition. He's going for the rush. He's going for this plant.
Oh, he's just charged through. He has taken some tactical grenades there, but as he weaves throughout the pipe.
This is a very, very... It's a risky play. He's got that bomb, and he's pretty much in the enemy spawn. Here comes the Hellstorm. Howard actually gets taken out anyway. The Hellstorm doesn't get a kill, but that is 1, 2, 3, 4 all down for Inferno, and Epsilon 4-0 up. This is looking... a clean sweep once again for Epsilon. They're looking really good. Yeah, they're absolutely storming through this search and destroy. I'm just going to bring up the scoreboard at the start of the next round as well so we can see how each individual player is doing. I mean, sometimes search and destroy is referred to as a bit of a lone wolf game, but in essence it's not. I mean, I think it's developed a lot over time, and it is, there's so much teamwork involved in it. Indeed, indeed. One of the things that's developed over the course of the last, I'd say, 2 or 3 months with Search and Destroy, maybe even more, but this kind of bait and switch element. There's people kind of teaming together, running in together, and going almost in doubles. If you don't kill them, your teammate will pick up the kill for you. You trade it. If you can bait the player out, your teammate can kill them. You obviously, get the kill, but it's that kind of sticking together. And this is what I was on at the start of the game. Look at the minimap. All 4 players in Epsilon, and all 4 players for Inferno are outside. Epsilon are almost trapped in, but there's only 3 ways to watch. There's 4 players. This could be really, really good. Yeah. Or really, really bad. They do have this lockdown, and it's like you're saying there. I mean, I remember watching a video by Rambo on Raid on Search and Destroy, and he was explaining how exchanging kills is so important, and this is almost what Epsilon need to aim to do here as the bomb is still down. Swanee should be able to pick up 2 here. He does get one, and there's the second. Oh, it was Jerd who picks up the second, making it 5-0. You don't see Swanee with a Scorpion, I was thinking there, what on earth are you doing with a Scorpion? Swanee, what is this? But it's actually Jerd there. Very easy kill. And again, his teammate was a distraction, and perfectly played by Jerd and Epsilon. Taking it to 5-0. We've seen comebacks in the past. Honestly, do you see this going to 6-5 to Inferno? I can't, but honesty is the best policy. You can't, but you can't rule them out. That exactly. Well, I mean, this is it. This is Call of Duty. We saw some massive comebacks. Inferno were the victim of one of those earlier on today, but to win 6 rounds back to back, I mean, Epsilon are potentially about to do it themselves now, but I don't know if Inferno can pull this off, as one of them does go down already. Even though he had flat jacket there, that was the end for Donnie. However, they are answering back. It is a 2 versus 1. Power is all left alone now to actually save his team. Is against Swanee. He's on a 5-kill streak. He takes out Gunchy. It's a 1-on-1. Can he take Swanee? Swanee is actually still at the back of the map. Oh, he's coming right behind him, and there was not much that he was able to do there as Swanee cleans things up, and that is a 6-0 sweep. It's got to be devastating there for Inferno, who feel, or who must be feeling like they're playing well, to then just get absolutely crushed here on Meltdown. Epsilon playing absolutely brilliantly. Any standout plays for you in that game, Phil? I'd say Shane. Shane and Swanee. The other 2 great players were great, but Swanee was always just, as you say, lurking around on his own, picking
There
that
we
1 or
go.
2 kills
8
up.
to
He
1.
wasn't necessarily making the big plays, but he was getting those kills. 1 death again. He had the least deaths on hardpoint. He had the least deaths on search and destroy. He's just one of those kind of guys.
All right, well, we're going to cut to a very small break. The next map and gamer will be Standoff Capture the Flag. Stick with us, guys, as we go to conclude this best of 5 series.
Oh, it's going to be Scumpy. Can Scumpy finish them off here? That flag still running here. They have to take care of Scumpy. And oh, TCM2 shut it down. Merc coming up behind, gets the stop on the flag. And Merc on Future Object Gaming.
What has Karma just done? Fantastically well played. Needs to stay alive. Oh my God!
Made off, but Ruthie, quick with those reactions.
It was a world that I found and I never want to give away. Take me on a ride of a lifetime, all the memories I hope to find. Bring me to the sky in the summertime, through blue and white, where I can fly.
Hello and welcome back to the Bravo stream. I am joined by my brother Momo, one of the competitors at this event, and he has been going through this best of 5 series between Epsilon and Inferno with me. We've seen 2 games so far. The first one, 250 to 174 in Epsilon's favour, and then that search and destroy, a crushing 6-0 defeat for Inferno.
Yeah, 6-0 defeat. It's very hard to kind of, you know, take that and then come back from this. Can Inferno turn this around and win 3 games back to back? I'm not too sure. But it's something that they need to do. They've already lost to complexity to stay in this tournament. They need to win this map. They need to win this game.
Let's just put things into perspective now. So far, Inferno have lost 5 out of 5 rounds. So far, Epsilon have won 5 out of 5 rounds.
Yep.
The last Capture the Flag that Inferno played, they lost 5-0.
Yep.
Things aren't looking great for them right now, and it's a horrible situation for the Inferno to be in because they have to beat Epsilon here if they want to qualify into the elimination bracket tomorrow.
They do. Like I said before, it's one of these things you've got to think, you know, this is it. We've come from Italy. We've come all the way to London. And this kind of capture the flag determines a lot of things. Now, if they lose and they, you know, do sadly lose or go 3rd or 4th in their group, it will be goodbye to Inferno. But we can't make that judgment just yet because obviously, you know, things can happen. Anything can happen in the bracket. So we've got CTF Slums. What do you think of Slums?
Slums for Capture the Flag, I love it. I think it's great. And the reason for it, some people hate this in competitive gaming, but the spawn traps are, I'm trying to avoid the word obvious, but it's so...
Everyone knows them.
Yeah, it's like it's there, and everyone knows the spawn traps are there, and they're quite easy to get set up. But it's maintaining that setup, and I think that's the crucial point of this map: maintaining the spawn trap.
People need to understand, obviously, on a spawn trap, there's got to be someone basically on your team to get that spawn trap doing nothing. Say you're sat at the police car, you've got a guy kill after kill after kill. You know, if you don't have someone just outside blue, you know, they're going to spawn at their flag. So you've all got to work as a team. CTF is such a team-based game. It's not Hardpoint where you can run around and just do what you want. It's not search and destroy where you can make single, triple kills and stuff like that. But we're going to see how this goes. Inferno versus Epsilon on Capture the Flag Slums.
Yeah, we're ready and raring to go. I mean, just while we are waiting for this to get loaded up, prediction for the victor of the whole event. Who do you think? We've been debating this at length.
I'm going to say it's going to be Complexity.
Complexity, okay.
Yeah.
I think most people are actually saying Unite following the close games between Inferno and Complexity, but Complexity and Unite seem to be the favourites.
Unite obviously won PAX, which was, huge congratulations to them, but it was very unlucky for Team Caliber to lose that game. A lot of people kind of just see who won it and say, they are the best team in the world, which technically you could class them as. But Team Caliber, they kind of choked that last game against Unite. So Team Caliber, Complexity, and Unite, I have to say it, I think the Americans are looking quite dominant. However, Infuse beat Optic Gaming.
Yes.
Ourselves Aware beat Curse Gaming.
Yeah.
And I think, which are the other American teams we've got?
We've got a booklet full of them here.
We've got them all. Yeah. We've got all of them here.
But there's very strong American teams in attendance.
They're all here, yeah. Complexity,
the best of the best.
Yeah.
But here we go, straight into Slums Capture the Flag now. It is do or die for Inferno. If they do lose this, it will more be a consolation game that they'll be playing against Killerfish. From the performances I've seen so far, I mean, both of them have played Epsilon on hardpoint. For Inferno, they managed to get 174 points. Killerfish managed to get 53.
Yep.
So you
Big
can
difference.
I do feel that Inferno are a slightly stronger team than them. But let's worry about that later and see what's going to happen here.
Epsilon are kicking it off. They're going 2-2, 2 right, 2 left. Jerd gets the first kill and the trophy system kill. Can't pick up the second, unfortunately. But it is a good start for Epsilon. And let's jump on board with Shane. He's already picked up a kill for himself. He's not using anything like Tap Mask or Flak Jacket or anything to protect himself. He's going all out, and he is that objective player. And that's a brilliant double kill. Use of the laser sight was perfect there. And he's on a 3-kill streak now. Whether he's actually, I think he's just waiting for them to come off spawn, which is perfect, really. He's doing a great job here. But he's noticed that no one is there.
Yeah, and what Shane was doing there, staying in that graveyard area that usually spawn around rubble. I don't know if he overextended a bit, but nevertheless, Inferno wisely opted for a different route. Shane just running out of bullets. That could have been a big kill for him.
This is one of the things that I say about Shane time and time again. You take this guy online, he'll go probably triple negative. You take him on LAN, and he'll pull off 4 kills in a row. He's in your face already. He's a great LAN player, Shane. I think he proves that time and time again.
And would you say he's almost underrated because of these online performances?
Definitely, 100%. I'm not saying he's underrated because he's a bad player, because he's not. He's phenomenal. He's won immense amounts of money through Call of Duty, and I think that proves it all. But this chemistry that he has with Swanee, that he's built with, obviously, Gunchy as well. But Jud's, with ease has pulled this flag. There's no one even contesting him. The 4 players are in their own half for Inferno, and this is great for Epsilon. It's a good start. As you can see, kill after kill on the scoreboard. Gunchy on 4, Swanee on 3, Jerd on 2.
Yeah, very nice, easy capture for the Jerd there. He didn't really have to do any work because his teammates had everything on lockdown. And as we can see there, just from the kill feed, it's very Epsilon dominated. Swanee actually on 5 kills now. Does seem to be pushing up as well. May even go for a grab.
Looks like he's run out of bullets himself. He's thinking, hang on a second, I need a gun. So he's off back to his own side of the map, which, to be honest, this is Swanee all over. And, he's not that aggressive player. He's not the one to pull the flag, but he's doing his job perfectly well. And he's actually got a stealth chopper on there, so he's looking maybe to get that hopefully secure them the game maybe. But Shane's still doing work as this objective player. Smoke's going down, and he's trying to get that number 2 flag.
Yeah, Shane's, it's almost like he just never stops running. It's just like he's a machine that's just charging straight at that flag.
Yeah.
And nobody seems to be able to stop him. But it's actually Jerd who's going to be doing the flag carrying once again. And if I bring up the minimap, it looks like Epsilon have all the cut-offs.
They do. It looks like one's actually sneaked through. No, it was to blue, but there was one on the flag. I didn't see that because he was disguised under the flag colour. But Inferno got this away. It is on his own, and it's a 1 versus 1. I believe it is Jerd at the back versus who's that creeping up on him for Inferno?
It's
Is it
Power.
Power? It's a 1-on-1.
Oh, big kill from Power there, and he needs to get this return, but he's got to be careful because there are 2 Epsilon players, and one of them is going for the flank. He almost just needs to charge on it, and he is going to get that return.
He is.
Big play from Power.
That is a huge play from Power. One that I don't know what Swanee was doing there. He was sat there pre-aiming it, but I don't know whether he thought he was still in the back. They're back in this game, Inferno, and that is a great comeback.
Yeah, and a lot of credit needs to go to Power there. He was outnumbered, he was in a terrible position, and he knew that he just had to sacrifice himself and just try and get that return, and he did it. He pulled it off.
He did. As you can see, we've got about 6 players all piled into Garage at the moment. It's just going to be a complete slaughterhouse here. It looks like Inferno, James is coming off good. Donnie's got a kill. Shane answering back quickly, but Swanee as well teaming up with Shane. And it looks like it's just a 2-on-2, and it's back base and back to the start.
Well, Frido's been sneaky. I'm assuming that's Swanee mid-map. Yep, and he hasn't spotted Frido, who is just holding back in blue. Probably going to pick up a kill here against Jerd. He's got to be careful, though, as another player is coming around. There's actually 2 there. Reveal the position, but didn't pick up kills.
Indeed, yeah. The way that Frido actually killed there, he ran straight past that door. Again, he was trying to bait someone out. This bait and switch is Inferno have kind of nailed it themselves. It looks like they're struggling, but that is brilliant. James is just pistol whip Shane. Shane was obviously coming out running with his submachine gun, but James got the better of him there. Power trying to get that spawn trap, but he's not able to do it. He's actually retreating here.
Yeah, this would be an incredible comeback if somehow Inferno were able to win this best-of-5 series. The 2 maps down, they were 1 flag down, and they've managed to get it to a 1-1. We are still on the first side of Capture the Flag here. Do you think Inferno are on the stronger or weaker side?
Inferno are on the stronger side, and that might be what Epsilon are playing for. Epsilon might be thinking, you know, we'll go into the second side and a draw. I believe Epsilon have got kill streaks already, and I think it's one of those things that, you know, I think Epsilon are quite comfortable in the way that they're playing. They're doing actually really well here.
Okay, well, I'm just going to have a quick scan of the players and see. Yep, Jerd does have Lightning Strike and Hellstorm. So it's just Jerd with the kill streaks, but definitely going to be a big help in capturing some flags.
The good thing about Jerd is one of the things is he doesn't just use his kill streaks to actually like use them as lives almost. Shane, stop it. He does get cane, but as I was saying, that Jerd actually uses you know, his streaks on an offensive kind of way, so he will take them off spawn, he'll pull that flag, and he'll make great plays. One thing about Jerd, and I hope I don't eat my own words here on the second side, but whenever he uses streaks, he kills everyone with them.
Okay.
He's the complete opposite of me.
I was going to say, yeah, because I think you had a bit of... I
had a nightmare.
A bit of a nightmare, really. It was actually this map as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Did the streaks cost you the map? This is going back to EGL, one of the European tournaments, by the way.
It was hard point on this map. It was, as you can see, just down there on the shantytown kind of second hard point. I kind of hellstormed my own teammate. Wasn't the greatest.
It was quite embarrassing, and now whenever you get streaks, people just hashtag Momo streaks.
Hashtag Momo streaks.
Yeah, that's going to stick with you for a while, unfortunately. But as we go into round number 2 here, it is a 1-1 tie and all to play for.
It is. Gunchy's just kind of holding this this mid area. You got Flat Jacket. I always kind of see if you got Flat Jacket, you're not really moving that much, as you can see from Gunchy. Swanee does the same, but if you that AR with lightweight, you know, let's just take a random team like Moose or Jake or something like that. They're one of those aggressive players that are always on the move. They're pushing the spawns. But in general here, Epsilon have been quite defensive. They don't want to run out and get killed, which is, you know, a smart play. It's
so funny watching Jerd. I mean, you know, we were discussing it before when he's always pressing this YY. He also can't stand still. He cannot just sit in a corner. He has to just be shaking about on his controller or something. I mean, it's worked for him. He is, you know, rated as one of Europe's best players. So, you know, whatever works for him, he should stick with Swanee, though, now, who is emptying a lot of bullets into Inferno, but somehow not picking up any kills.
He's not happy there. Just from the way that Swanee was playing, I can tell exactly what Swanee was probably shouting at his screen right then, that he's put a few bursts into Doddy. He wasn't dying. His ex-teammate, 4COD champs, but they are still in a good position. But Inferno, they're not letting it slip. They're on the bad side now, but they're actually still being aggressive. You can see one in pushing up to, as you can see here, one pushing up to the rubble area, cutting inside into Graveyard. Yes, that's right.
Just lost him at the end there.
Swanee answers back with the 2-piece.
And James does manage to shut down Gunchy, opening things up around Garage. Needs this kill, and yes, he gets it against Jerd, which should open things up now for his teammates to push into Garage. He just about gets Shane as well. A big 3-piece there for James, who is playing out of his skin.
Look at that PC3R.
Yeah.
That's like a cannon, man.
Yeah, I mean, he shut down 3/4 of their team. But unfortunately for Inferno, didn't amount to all that much.
Frido's playing well here. He's holding his own. He's kind of just waiting for his team. He's got no one really supporting him for the attack, which they do need to make here. Not the best game from Donny there, 9-20. On the other side, 19-8. Swanee putting in an absolute shift here and doing great stuff for his team. But it is still 1-1.
All right, well, as we go on board with James, we can see the smoke grenade has gone down around the flag, and Inferno were trying to make a push there. They cannot afford to lose a flag now. They've either got to keep this a tie and take it to overtime, or they've got to capture one. If they lose a flag, I think it's going to be GG.
Yeah, indeed. I think Inferno were... Actually, the only man alive was Power there. He's still in the middle of the map. Their flag has been taken, but they are in good, you know, they're in a good spot to kind of challenge this.
Oh,
That's not good from Power. I think he got a bit trigger happy there. The knife went out, and it looks like Jerd, with his tactical mass there, he's going to get away from the stun grenade. His team are cutting him off, but he does know there's one behind him. I think that's safe and secure. Jerd puts it in for the second one. I didn't actually see Frito there in his own spawn. That could have been completely different.
Yeah.
And this could be a counter. If they need to do anything, they need to do it now. Inferno need to get a flag.
Well, with 2 minutes left, I just want to see what the Epsilon guys are doing. I'm assuming it's heavy defense. Well, Gunshy's actually quite happy to try and get some map control mid-map, but does get shut down there by Donny. Judd just holding the grave area.
Yeah, Gunshy is not gun shy at all. He's going all out blazing in the middle of the map there. But one thing I would say here, Swanee is playing his typical self, his brilliant self, in fact, but he does unfortunately get taken out. It looks like they are quite comfortable, Epsilon, on their own flag. They've actually sent one on the flank there in blue. He's having a little gun battle with one of the Inferno guys. And it's looking all so clear. Who's that person on Inferno going for the flank there?
I want to see who that is. It's James, who...
He has been spotted, well. I do believe.
Yeah, he's been picked up. One thing I would say as well, not to forget, Judd does still have the lightning strike, so even if Inferno were to pull this flag, he should be able to shut down the flagpole with relative ease.
Yeah. Now, Judd hasn't... He was kind of thinking about that flag there. He's doing a bit of a strange run. Maybe he's trying to bamboozle him, which actually his teammate Shane is very well known for. His flag, I think he's just kind of teasing him here with this flag. There's only 55 seconds left to go. He's doing it perfectly because Power's actually been duped there. He's going to go up blue stairs. It looks like he's going to take out his teammate. And it looks like he's home and dry, except one player in graveyard. Who is this player?
Oh, well, he's got some bullets in him, and it was actually James once again who managed to shut that flag down. James on a 4-kill streak is going for this flag return.
It was. Now, as we were looking at there, Inferno actually managed to pull their flag to around Bricks area, but Epsilon managed to get the retrieval. 28 seconds left to go, 25 seconds now. It takes about 15 to run it across the middle map. I don't think this is it, but there's one person picking the flag up right now, and that is it. Inferno, it looks like it's game over for them.
Nice little kill by Power, but yes, they're not going to be able to come back from it. James knows it, as does Donny. As gameplay ceases with 10 seconds left on the clock, it is a narrow victory for Epsilon on that capture the flag, but a victory nonetheless. Quite different to the search and destroy that we just saw of 6-0.
Yeah, indeed. Inferno put up a really good fight. People argue, obviously, the search and destroy was quite one-sided, but that was it was a very good showing from Epsilon.
And you've got to feel bad for these Italian guys because on paper, all they can show for themselves is 6 rounds out of 6 being lost, and it just does not tell the full story. Epsilon, on the other hand, still yet to be defeated on any round, looking really strong in the Bravo group, and the same could be said for Complexity. So there we go. The final scoreboard does show a relative balance between everyone there. Donny did struggle a little bit at the end, but hey, they've tried the best, and they will be playing against Killerfish in the final.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of a bit of a consolation game, isn't it?
Unless we see some major upsets coming up. But hey, there we go. We will keep you posted on what's going on with those guys. So that's going to be it. How did you find casting?
Yeah, it's really enjoyable as always. I love to jump on the mic and do a few bits of casting, obviously with yourself as well. It's good fun.
You've got another game coming up though.
I have got another game coming up. It's against Vitality, possibly the best French team, arguably, against Millennium.
Well, this is it. And let me ask you this question. So Vitality, Millennium, who's better in your opinion? Forget the fact you're in a group with Vitality.
It's Tommy. It's just Tommy, man.
Tommy, so you're edging towards Millennium?
We're talking about the French and the French here, but the only difference maker and game changer, I say, is Tommy. If Tommy goes off, he will destroy any team that he comes in his path.
How do you feel about going up against Vitality? Confident?
Always confident. You've got to go into the game believing that you can 3-0 that team. We did the same with Curse. We kind of came out on top with that. It's going to be a tough game. I'm not going to be too overconfident, but, you know, I believe in my team and my squad, so hope for the best.
See how it goes. Okay, well, thanks, guys, for watching that Best of 5 series. There is, of course, some games left to play in this particular group.